Let's do one, okay? I want the total, and I'm going to tell you what's going to get you on your classwork is not reading the instructions. What are the total degrees in a 19 gone? Question mark. Okay. The formula is n minus 2 times 180 degrees. Well, what's n in a 19 gone? 19. This is your n. So total, I just say total. I don't know what else to call it. I guess you could put t there. Equals, now watch what I'm going to write. 19 minus 2 in parentheses times 180 degrees. That equals, now I would do this before I type it in my calculator. 17 times 180 equals, and I'm going to do that work for you, and that is 3,060 degrees. Now all of these will come out even, so you shouldn't have any trouble with those. Okay, total degrees in a 51 gone. If I do one you have in classwork, so be it, whatever. I doubt you have 51 gone, but if you do, you do. Total equals 51 minus 2 times 180 degrees. Now, if you don't want to put the 49 times 180, that's your business. You can put dots or you can do parentheses. I got 8,820 degrees. Now, that should be the first of your classwork. That's pretty easy. I think this is the top. That's pretty easy. Now, there's a split. Now we want to find one angle of a, well, we're doing interior. I'm not going to write interior again. We're going to do exterior Wednesday, but we might need to put interior in here. Interior. Find the measure of one interior angle of a regular polygon. Now we're going to draw a picture for the first one because I want you to get the idea of what's going to happen. Okay, looking for my geometer. I think I might put it over here. Okay, we're going to do a regular. Now you can do these without a picture, but I think you need a picture in your notes. We're going to do a regular pentagon. Okay, do you see a regular pentagon on here? 5 sides, all the sides are the same. You see it? Find the square and look kind of below it. You see the square right here? There's your pentagon right there. So let's draw it right here. Now those little marks are the...
You wrote polygon up there.
Yes, this is the directions for all of these.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I know, because when I was looking at my notes, I was like, okay, that is generic instructions.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine, because we're actually fixing to come up with the formula. We'll actually put equals, and we're going to put our formula right there in just a second. Okay? Because we're going to kind of make up the formula. That's why we need the picture. So there's your square, there's your pentagon. Yes, I get it. I know it because I was kind of confusing myself. Those little marks are the midpoints. We will use those later in the year when we have to do like the area of that pentagon and stuff. We use these more when we're doing that kind of stuff. Okay, you got this pentagon. It is regular, which means all the sides are the same and all the angles are the same. Now, I'm going to draw that pentagon. I'm not going to draw a 50gon, you know. The biggest you've got on here is, I think this one is a decagon. I think this one is 10 sides. We counted it this morning. There's your octagon, there's your hexagon, and then there's your pentagon. And then, of course, your square and your equilateral triangle. Okay, I'm trying to find one of these angles. Well, I need to know the total first. So it's going to be the total divided by what? If I know the total degrees in that pentagon, what could I divide by to find out what each one of them is? How many angles have you got? How many angles do you see? 5. Well, if I know the total and I can divide by n, then I should be able to get one of the angles. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the total, let me try that again. Measure of one angle equals total degrees divided by the number of angles. So, do we know how to find the total? There it is, right there. There's the formula right there. Look. So it's going to be n minus 2 times 180 degrees over n. So it's the total over n, and I'm going to do it like that. Sydney, when you were talking about that, that's where I'm going to write it right there. See, there's your formula right there. So let's do it. One angle equals n minus 2. How many sides does it have? 5 sides minus 2 times 180. And how many angles does it have? 5. And we're going to divide by 5. Now, if I'm going to type that on my calculator, I think I can just go straight across if I hit enter. Do you want to go ahead and type that as 3? Wouldn't that be easier? I'm just going to do, and I don't know if you can see my calculator because I'm not under the light. And when I do that, I'm going to drag my charger. I'm still probably going to drag it. Yeah. So it doesn't drag my iPad off. About middle of the afternoon, I have to start charging. But my calculator doesn't show up as well. Kind of crazy on that video, I guess. Can we see it now? There we go. Okay, so we need to go. So, I mean, you can even do 5 times 2 times 180, but I'm going to do 3 times 180 divided by 5, and I got 108 degrees. So every one of those is 108 degrees. There's 3 times 180. What was that? Well, we know that from over here. It's 540. There's 540 degrees inside. And we're dividing 540 by 108 by 5, and we get 108 degrees for each one of them. Now, let's do one that's a little bit crazier. Let's do a regular, what do you want to do? Let's do a regular 29 gone. And we want the measure of one angle equals. Okay, now let's write it out. A 29 gone has 29 sides. So we're going to say 29 minus 2 times 180 divided by 29. These two numbers are going to always be the same. Now, I'm going to tell you we're fixing to get a crazy answer. So we're fixing to talk about rounding. This is probably the first time we've done some rounding in here. Now, let's see if you can see it. Okay, you see what I got? I'm going to do 29. I'm going to go ahead and do 27. To me, it's just easier. 27 times 180. And you can put enter if you want to. That's the total inside of 29 gone. Divided by 29 equals. Now, we could probably do our math fraction. I don't even know if that will work on this one. Let me see if it will. I think it's too big. Oh, it gave me 167 and 17 over 29. We really don't want that as degrees, so let me go back and put in what I had. I had 27 times 180 divided by 29 equals, and I got it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to round to the nearest, and what it's going to say in your classwork is round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Everything we've done so far came out even. Round to the nearest tenth. Now, how many decimal places is tenths? Do what? The first one decimal place. So I want you to go down here, and I want you to write 167.586, and then we're just going to put dot, 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 because I don't need any more of them. Now, my honors algebra 2 students struggle with rounding. Y'all may know more than they do. I hope you do, but they struggle with rounding. Jaden says that we're interested in that one right there, okay, the 5. Now, that's either going to stay a 5 or it's going to become a 6. That's the only thing it can be, is a 5 or 6. What determines whether it's going to stay a 5 or go to a 6? The number right next to it. Not all those other numbers, just the one right next to it. Y'all do know more than them. Maybe this year's is better, because I've struggled with that the last few years with my little students. So I've got 167 point. Now, I prefer that you put approximate. Do you know the approximate symbol? It's 2 squiggles, because that tells me you're rounding it. So you're going to say 167 point. Now, what's that 8 going to make that 5 do? Go to 6. And then this is degrees, isn't it? So each angle in that 29 gone is about 167.6 degrees. Very close to it. What has to be right there that it would stay the same? Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will make it stay the same. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will make it go to the 6. Y'all got it. I think you can do it. It's kind of heavy arithmetic, but it's really not that bad. All of your first ones are going to come out even. They're just n minus 2 times 180. You know, whatever the number of sides it is, you're going to subtract 2 and multiply by 180. I would recommend you show your work, because if you miss it, then you might miss all of them, so you need to be careful about your arithmetic. The bottom ones, a few of them, you may have to round. I don't remember, and I think it'll say round if necessary. Okay, everybody good? Okay, you got about 10 minutes.